to your family and pets right now could be contaminated?
Just last year, millions of people and pets were sickened. Hundreds of thousands were hospitalized, and thousands actually died from foodborne illnesses.
How do you know which food is unsafe to prepare, serve, and eat?
Are they in your pantry?
In your refrigerator?
Or your dog and cat's food dish?
Fact is, you, your family, and pets could be eating a contaminated food right now.
That's why the iDoggyBag Foundation has created the Nipper Alert.
The Nipper Alert sends you a tweet the minute a pet or people food has been recalled.
It's like the Amber Alert, only for food.
It's just that simple.
You can receive the Nipper Alert by following the iDoggyBag Foundation on Twitter, Facebook, and iDoggyBag.org.
I'm Sherry Belafonte, and I say eat healthy, eat safe, and be connected with the Nipper Alert. iDoggyBag. Do you?
Aggies lead at 6-0, bottom of the 7th. They'll face a new pitcher. Jack will tell you about him in a moment. But first, how have these teams done in the Big 12 championship? This is the postseason affair. Well, we'll share that game. And there you see it, Texas tied with Nebraska. Well, Nebraska won't win anymore. The Aggies have a chance to win one more. And Texas just keeps rolling, but not tonight. They're down 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. The championship game, of course, will be seen right here on FCS and also the Fox Sports Network regionals. There's the new arm.
Also DeSherry, 6'4", 195 out of Spring, Texas. Look at his numbers this year. 2.70 ERA. Walk to strikeout ratio, 16-4. Was out most of last year, was injured last year. Had a great freshman year, was 8-2. With one save, 59 innings. He was a freshman All-American second team, and he's had some injury problems last year, and he's just coming back from the injury problems and trying to get back, and was starting 1 year, and now he's coming out of the bullpen.
Remember, we talked with Augie and all the other coaches before the season started, and at that point, he figured he was going to be one of his starters, but it didn't work out that way. He's pitched effectively in his role.
He's been coming in middle relief, Augie said, and that's the thing. They got some young pitchers on this club. They lost a lot of innings last year with a lot of star pitchers, so you have a lot of young guys trying to fill the gap.
Yengo leads it off. He has flied to center, reached on an error and scored, and grounded to short. And he pops this one straight up. Third baseman Weiss chases off Feltz, and that's the first out.
Yeah, and you always want your infielders to come in. They're coming in on the ball. When the ball's hit like that right above the catcher, it starts tailing. It always tails back to the infield. And you're usually the third baseman and the first baseman coming in. There's your sophomore third baseman calling the catcher off. He gets out of his way. The only thing you got to be careful of, he's threw the mask out there in fair play. You don't want your third baseman tripping on the mask.
Brandon Wood getting his first at bat. He entered the game in the 5th inning as a pinch runner.
Brandon out of Sugar Land, Texas. 264 last year for the Aggies.
That pitch is wide. This year is hitting 278. 3 homers, 21 runs batted in. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one stays away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
See, DeSherry there, we said earlier, second team freshman All-American when he came on campus here back in 2009.
That pitch is down and away. Give you the line on Nathan Thornhill. Actually, it was much, much better than the 6 runs. Only 2 of those were earned. He went 6 innings. 8 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 wild pitches. That contributed. He threw 105 pitches, and 67 of them were strikes.
After the start he did a great job of battling and getting 6 innings in.
Off the glove, that'll be a base hit by Wood. Now is the man that no one's been able to get out. At least Thornhill couldn't. Troy Stein, base hit. That was his first time up. In the 3rd inning, he singled again, and this one drove in 2 runs. They were both unearned, but he drove them in. And in the 5th inning, Let's try a double off the top of the wall. That drove in another run. So he's got 3 runs batted in. He's 3 for 3. And this will be his first look at DeSherry.
3 ribbies tonight. You don't expect that from somebody hitting 7th in the lineup. They're getting a lot of production tonight from all the hitters.
So he's added 22 points to his batting average. Right now he's hitting .312. Wood down at first, a stolen sent out 7 out of 10, but at this stage of the game with the lead they've got, not likely anything going. 1 ball and no strikes. That's fouled away. You know, you're talking about that Baylor team and that great start they've had this year. The outstanding record and the unbeaten string in the Big 12. Of course, their season began with the sorrow of the loss of longtime coach Mickey Sullivan, who died. Mickey had been the winningest coach all time at Baylor until after he died, ironically. Steve Smith passed him when he won his 31st game, and he's won 35 so far and still going.
And Steve played for Mickey when Steve was a player at Baylor.
He was the best pitcher in the Southwest Conference at the time. Mickey, of course, when he played, had been a batting champion, still held the record that will live forever because the conference is gone. Highest batting average. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, it's been quite a sports year in Waco.
Talking about the draft there. Robert Griffin III, 2nd pick in the draft.
Heisman Trophy winner. Women's win the National Basketball Championship. The men played in the tournament. That's high and saved by Phelps.
Steve was feeling the pressure. He's seen everybody else winning. He goes, "Hey, we got to continue this on here with the baseball program." He's done a fine job.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner goes, and he'll be there. Stolen base as the ball could not be handled by Phelps. He wasn't going to get him anyway. Stolen base number 8 for Wood.
They get a pretty good jump on this ball. Ball up and in. A good pitch to throw him on, but boy, you just can't hold on to the ball tonight. Having trouble with it.
It's ball 3. That was a 2-2 count. A lot of managers in professional baseball, and obviously coaches in college baseball, like to run on a 2-2.
Because from the pitcher standpoint, you don't want to go 3-2, so you got to come in there with a strike.
High fly ball, deep right center field. Racing over for it is Maitland. He'll catch it short of the track. Tagging at second and going to third is Wood. Sounded good off the bat, but Stein, though he hit the ball hard enough for a 4th hit, is retired.
Yeah, he couldn't get the ball around to pull. That pitch was up and away, and he did a nice job of just kind of tomahawking that ball into right center field. If he would have pulled that ball, he might have had himself a home run.
Blake Alleman, the 3rd baseman, who struck out, flied to center and grounded to second. He's got a runner at 3rd with 2 outs, and his team already leading 6-0. Aggies have 9 hits to go with the 6 runs. The Longhorns have been held to 4 hits, no runs, and 3 errors, plus 2 wild pitches.
That'll make Augie pull his hair out tonight.
Well, because that's the trademark of Texas baseball. It's fundamentally sound, and they have not been so sound.
And especially this year with their pitching and defense, they rely on a lot. You know, they don't have that many home runs as a team this year. Only 12 home runs. So you got to do the little things to win ball games.
That's low, but their ballpark is not really conducive to hitting home runs. The one that surprises me is here.
Right.
Because this is not as much a pitcher's park, and the Aggies only have 13. Now their team batting average is good, 298 coming in. That pitch is high, and it's a walk. And now Bronson will come up with runners at 1st and 3rd and 2 outs. He's looking for his 1st hit. He grounded to 3rd, flied to center, and tried to bunt for a hit, was thrown out. by pitcher Thornhill.
Be interesting here with Blake on first base if he tries to get him into scoring position or not. I see Jacob Phelps going out there to put the defensive signs on. As the fans getting on the Longhorn players.
Again, game 2 of the series tomorrow, 2:30 Central Time, but it will be seen in some of the other regions of the country. Check your local listings. In some cases, it may be on a plus channel, as many systems have now, when they have conflicts with too many events at the same time.
A lot of sporting events going on these days. Try to fake the third, throw the first move.
That will be on Fox Sports Net. You're watching tonight's game on Fox College Sports FCS. One ball and one strike. And I'm informed it will also be on Fox College Sports. Now, the only thing that will be different was the mic flags, I think. I'm not sure. One ball and one strike.
We know the announcers will be the same.
Yeah, we'll be the same. Producer and director will be the same. Was the crew. Same truck. Different stadium, same two teams. One ball and one strike. Two balls and a strike.
Good situation here, 2-1 count. See if Rob Childers wants to put anything on here. Try to get him to steal, even though there's 2 outs. Try to get a runner in scoring position. You never have enough runs in this league sometimes.
It's not as true as it used to be. Not with
the pitching, not with
the pitching and the bats and so on. But you know, a lot of coaches just figure we can get back with a 3-run blast in the 7th. Well, there aren't many 3-run blasts anymore. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I like that highlight we showed of that game from 1989. It was 18-14. That was also something you don't see as much anymore, and it's good for the pitchers. That was that home run was hit off Kirk Dressendorfer, who was the Texas ace, and he had pitched on Friday, and he came back.
Needed him late in the game. We've seen that over the years where some of the guys will start on Friday, they need him on Sunday.
That'll do it. Sherry will make the play himself, reminiscent of a young Jack Lazorka, who was quite a glove man when he was pitching. We'll go to the 8th.
I'm really gonna miss you.
My new apartment isn't that far away.
It's more than 2 miles away. Destroyed Razor Motorola is brilliant for you, Ellie. When you Skype, you're gonna get lost. With this GPS. Well, that makes me feel better.
I'll go get 2 from the back.
Okay.
This Mother's Day, get the Droid Razor by Motorola. Only $99.99. The lowest price ever. Verizon.
In 1990, in Severn, Maryland, the daughter of a clergyman was discovered by a music industry insider while pumping gas at a service station. The odds of her getting signed and spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of this former church choir singer going on to sell 40 million records? 1 in 15 million. The odds of the same woman winning 6 Grammy Awards and starring in 2 Broadway plays? 1 in 75 million. The odds of this musician and performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Here's a sample of some of the upcoming college baseball telecasts brought to you on Fox College Sports. Of course, tomorrow there will be double coverage, really. Fox College Sports and FSN network affiliates. Texas A&M and Texas game number 2, FCS Central. Then Davidson versus number 7, South Carolina on FCS Atlantic, Wednesday at 7 Eastern Time. Houston and Rice, Friday, May 4th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on FCS Atlantic. And big battle, the only one that doesn't have ranked teams in it, but this Bedlam series is something. Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State, Friday, May 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern on FCS Central. That is, in all sports, that's like the showdown here. They called it Bedlam in Oklahoma, between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State.
96 pitches tonight for Walker, through 7. 8 strikeouts, no walks.
He faces Maitland, the center fielder. Uriagas and Freeman are loosening in the Aggie bullpen. There's a bouncing ball right to the first checker. Maitland, and Maitland is out as House gets to the bag.
See, Walker, that's all he's doing, just throwing strikes, making him put a play. And say, Greg, that there's a lot of movement on the ball. He's getting so many ground balls tonight. He's got a lot of late life on the ball.
Do you notice any change? I don't.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
he's still throwing. It looks like just as hard.
Well, you can tell
controls just as good.
And his mechanics are the same. You don't see him trying to really hump up to try to, throw a little harder. Everything's nice and smooth out there. Great poise on the mound.
Which is one of the other reasons why they like big guys, because if they're good pitchers, a lot of times it is more effortless for them to throw the good hard fastball than it is for some guy who's smaller who has to move the arm a little quicker.
Well, not only that, you got more leverage. You're a little taller, you're throwing downhill a lot more. When you're a little smaller, sometimes when you bend that back leg, you drop that elbow down and you start pushing the ball, leading with the elbow. Here, he's throwing all down here. He's letting his body do the work, and the arm just comes through.
That was pitch number 100. 1 ball and a strike to Eachier, who has struck out twice. And he's had a couple of errors in the field. This has not been one of the games that he will save the recording of, unless he wants to scout himself and see what caused him to have the problem, which isn't a bad idea. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's just say once he sees it, figures it out, gone. There's the Uriagas and Freeman. This has been a good bullpen, too, for the Yankees. Chopper, Arthur at second base.
Nice play. Tough play right
2
there.
outs.
That's a tough short hop. He came in and got it. Scott did a nice job. That was that in-between hop. That was a tough play for an infielder. He didn't get that glove in front of him there to get it before he got by him. Nice play by Scott Arthur.
Walker may be near the end of his stint on the mound, but he's retired 8 in a row. Top of the batting order, this is Peyton, who doubled, struck out, and singled. Fastball on the inside corner. No balls and a strike.
That glove's still popping now, Greg, like it was in the first inning.
A little bit low. Peyton, the hitter, is from Orland Park, Illinois. Last year he had 19 sacrificed bunts. Well, as we said, Texas has always bunted a lot.
And anybody in that lineup, doesn't matter, 1 through 9, we're ready to sacrifice.
He's only had 5 this year. That's up and in for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. The leader is Brooks Marlowe with 10. 2 balls and 2 strikes. None of the regular players are unscathed. Every one of them in the batting order has had to sacrifice at least a couple of times. But in a game like this, you can't use any of it.
No.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Just missed inside with that inside fastball. You got a 6-run lead. See if he comes back with a fastball or tries to trick him.
And that's a walk. So he's been on base 3 times. And the first walk given up by Walker. Tomorrow's pitching matchups are scheduled to be Parker French, 5-1 with a 2.19 for Texas, against Ross Stripling. He's 6-2 with a 2.65.
Stripling down there watching.
Texas isn't sure yet who will pitch on Sunday. That's the results of this game and tomorrow will determine that. 1 ball and no strikes to Stell, who's 0 for 3. Now, I ask about it. Now, maybe he's finally starting to show a little bit.
Feel a little bit. Well, you got up there over 100 pitches right now.
And that man wants him to just get the third out. Rob Childress, and then to take him out. Be done.
Last time out against Baylor, he had a tough game. He threw 121 pitches in only 5 2/3 innings.
It sounds like a lot, these young arms, but remember in college baseball, they're only pitching once a week. They've got 6 days between starts. 3 balls and no strikes. Now he's walked 2 in a row. You know that Rob didn't want him to struggle.
No. I'm sure he's going to come out and talk to him.
Rob, of course, was a pitching coach at Nebraska before coming here.
He's up there when they were winning those championships we saw earlier in Nebraska. Dave Van Horn was manager of some of those clubs, and now is the University of Arkansas.
Coming back to here is really not as strange as you may see in Nebraska to Texas A&M. Well, his wife is an Aggie, 92, and a native of Gilmer, Texas, and Harmony High School. He has a master's from Texas A&M Commerce, and the crowd's happy because he's not making a pitching change. But believe me, if he has any trouble with Weiss, he probably will.
Yeah, this might be his last hitter. And he's gotten Weiss all 3 times tonight.
Bounced out twice and struck out. With umpire Gilmer had to make note of the visit. Have to keep track of those. Total and number in an inning. Number in an inning's not hard to keep track of. Count to 2. And the first pitch is bounced up there. Yeah, it looks like a tired pitcher.
Yeah.
What a job he's done. 1 ball and no strikes. And the first base umpire has asked for time. Not quite sure why. I'm going to have a pinch runner. That's why.
Christian Summers coming in to pinch run. Christian out of San Angelo, Texas.
1 ball and no strikes to Weiss. There is a strike.
They were just waiting for him to throw one. They were all taking pitches till he got that first strike. Good hard fastball.
I don't think he's missed a pitch by that much the whole game. 2 balls and a strike. 114 pitches right now.
A pitch earlier, you were trying to come inside. Right off the plate. I say he's just missing by a little bit, and obviously, you know, getting over 100 pitches, getting a little bit tired.
Might have helped him there. That came down and in on the left-handed hitter. Might have been off the plate. 2 and 2. He had to reach pretty far over to the right.
And the breaking ball down and in after trying to throw the fastball.
He finishes an off-speed pitch, and he strikes out Weiss.
Nice changeup. Looking for the fastball, and he pulled the string on him.
So Waka's day is through, and it shows no runs on the board. The Aggies have 6.
go to UT, there's a good chance you could be the next Walter Cronkite, the next Michael Dell, or the next Denton Cooley. But why aim low? The University of Texas. What starts here changes the world.
This season, Fox College Sports is bringing you the conferences you want. Tons of coverage of the Pac-12 and Big 12 conferences, Conference USA, and the SEC. Tune into exclusive coverage of Cal, Stanford, and Oklahoma. Catch all your favorite teams, including Hawaii, Kansas State, and the Big 12 defending champions, Texas A&M, all season long. Only on the network where college never ends. Fox College Sports.
Going to the bottom of the 8th, it's Texas A&M 6, Texas nothing. As we've shown you some parts of this ballpark, Olsen Field at Bluebell Park. This is all the new stuff. This starting with the outstanding weight room. And again, as they point out, this is just for the baseball players. They've got other weight rooms for football and all the other sports on another part of the campus. And it is wonderful and big. And there is the inside of the clubhouse. That's Chance Bolseric leading us in. And look at the size for the players.
Nice chairs, kick back, relax.
Chairs, they got a big
TVs,
screen
relax.
on top, and they got a big table in the middle.
I'm sure that's to play cards, I'm sure, Greg.
That's a
Dominoes
home
or
away.
cards.
No, that's to go over scouting.
Oh, okay, that's what they have it for.
And there are the Yankees. Right now they're leading 6-0 in this final meeting with Texas in College Station for the foreseeable future. You know it won't never play again, but it's a question of how soon, and we don't know. There's a ball popping inside. The Aggies are moving to a different conference, and so we'll just see. They'll continue the series, though, in Texas tomorrow. Mikey Reynolds is the hitter. Whoa, over the top.
Wow. Austin lost a little control right there.
Just a little bit high.
Yeah. Trying to throw a fastball or a breaking ball that got away. Looked like a fastball.
I think he was aiming for the bat. He was trying to throw a foul ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fisted foul back into the stands in the upper deck.
Trying to keep it in on him.
And into the lower deck. Actually, one thing that's so nice about this park is the fact that it's double decked. You don't see that in too many college facilities. So the people in the front rows are really pretty close. So are the people on the top. That's foul over the top of the roof.
It's a real intimate feel here. Like I said, you're right on top of the action, wherever you're at around here, Greg.
And you're not so high that you get problems with air sickness. You're not that far high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's another one. He's getting around on the ball, isn't he?
Well, they got a chance over in the berm over there. That's where a lot of the students are at. They put the blankets down and relax.
And before the game, the public address announcer said, now all you guys in the unreserved seats that don't have the chair backs, squeeze together so we can get people in. And they did. It was more than 8,000. And in some cases, if you're on the berm and the right people are sitting near you, that's a pretty good deal.
Squeeze together in the co-eds.
I have to. I'm sorry, ma'am. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and it's 2-2.
They told me to get closer.
Yep. It's not me. I follow the rules. A&M 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Texas no runs, 4 hits, and 3 errors, and the errors have been a factor. Austin DeSherry, the second Texas hurler, and that pitch is up and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He pitched the 7th. He gave up a hit and a walk, but no runs. Swung through it. Nice pitch.
Breaking ball by Austin.
His first strikeout.
Breaking down and away. Another nice pitch. Ruddles really didn't have a chance on that one.
DeSherry's biggest moment as a Longhorn was when he threw the final 5 2/3 scoreless innings in UT's 25-inning regional win over Boston College. Wow, that game. They needed innings out of him. He did it. Scott Arthur has sacrificed twice, flied to center, and bounced into a fielder's choice, which really should have been a double play ball, but Etier kicked it. But in that inning, the 6th, Texas A&M could not take advantage. They did not score. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1.
It's always tough when you're coming back from injury. Like I said, he missed all of last year, and it just takes you a while to get back in the groove again. And it's mainly your consistency of throwing consistent strikes.
That's popped up to right field, short right, but the second baseman Marlowe makes the grab for 2 outs.
Like I said, Greg, earlier, he had a great freshman year, 8-2 with a save. Pitched real well.
We've talked about the red-hot Baylor Bears. Many of you will have a chance to see them in May. We will have the Baylor at Oklahoma game on May 12th. If you don't have a chance to see them earlier, that's one spot that we know for sure they'll be on the air. Tyler Naquin doubled and drove in a run, then scored in the first. Since then, he's 0 for 3. He's 1 for 4 in the game. Hit by the pitch. You could hear that one.
Yeah.
It didn't sound good.
These hitters don't move either. I mean, they stay right there. They take the hit. I mean, obviously he's trying to stay inside. Came a little bit too far inside. Got him a fastball right off the shoulder.
House is coming up. And a strike 1 call.
Also just trying to get through this inning.
Speaking about hit by pitches, Southern Miss's Golden Eagles has a guy named Michael Sterling. Last week, did a game involving them, and his line, he'd been hit by pitches 24 times. He had walked 20 times, and he'd struck out 21 times. In other words, he'd been hit by pitches more than it either struck out or walked individually. 250 hitter, but he had something like a 470 on base percentage.
Whatever it takes, I guess.
I guess. And then the sad thing was we did the whole game, and he didn't get hit by a pitch. It's kind of disappointing. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And what you don't see at the college versus the pro, you don't see a lot of the armor on the arms, you know, Greg, where they have the elbow pad, the shoulder pad, and take one off of there to get hit.
They may have legislated against it, but for one thing, you're not going to get a call if there's even the slightest hint that you dove into the ball. In college, they're pretty strict. I've seen it called a few times in the major leagues where they've not allowed them to get on base, but not nearly as much as it may be on the collegiate level.
We see it all the time here.
1 ball and 2 strikes. House a single, driven in a run, and scored. Hit a sacrifice fly to drive in a run. Bounced out and popped out. Runner going at first. It's bounced there and almost got there anyway, but it's a stolen base for Naquin. His 14th.
He got a good jump. Tyler got a good jump on that pitch. He's got some good wheels as well. See him go to the back of the bag. When you're sliding in, that way it makes it a little bit tougher for that infield to put the tag on you. Always go back to the back of the bag there.
I know there will be some people wondering why in the 8th inning, you only need 3 outs, you're already up by 6. Are you stealing a base? And with that pregnant pause, Jack doesn't have an answer.
No, I got an answer for you.
Okay.
These coaches, too late now, but these coaches, once you get the runner in scoring position, you got 2 outs, and he knows he's got to bring a reliever in and walk us out of the game. That's why.
Okay, well, that's a good explanation. We'll be back with the night.
It's time for what Texas A&M does best. Driving our service to Texas and the nation in research and discovery. Lifting us to the top of the list for corporate recruitment and jobs. Aggie spirit shines as we challenge and advance. Now, more than ever, it's time for Texas A&M.
What could be better than enjoying a big grilled hamburger, a bowl of delicious fresh fruit, or giving your beloved pet a healthy meal?
But do you know the foods you're serving to your family and pets right now could be contaminated?
Just last year, millions of people and pets were sickened. Hundreds of thousands were hospitalized, and thousands actually died from foodborne illnesses.
How do you know which food is unsafe to prepare, serve, and eat?
Are they in your pantry?
In your refrigerator?
Or your dog and cat's food dish?
Fact is, you, your family, and pets could be eating a contaminated food right now.
That's why the iDoggyBag Foundation has created the Nipper Alert.
The Nipper Alert sends you a tweet the minute a pet or people food has been recalled.
It's like the Amber Alert, only for food.
It's just that simple.
You can receive the Nipper Alert by following the iDoggyBag Foundation on Twitter, Facebook, and iDoggyBag.org.
I'm Sherry Belafonte, and I say eat healthy, eat safe, and be connected with the Nipper Alert. iDoggyBag. Do you?
There's Michael Walker. His day finished with 117 pitches, 75 were strikes, no runs, 4 hits. As he lowers all of his numbers even more, he's in line to go 6-0, which, well, that's fitting. The score is 6-0. But to do that, Jason Freeman, the new pitcher, will have to hold the Longhorns scoreless here in the ninth.
Yeah, Jason out of Mansfield, Texas, was redshirted last year. Making him 1-1 on the year, 18 strikeouts, 10 walks, 3.32 ERA, 6'3", 170. See if he can come in here and shut the Longhorns down this ninth inning, preserve the win for Michael Walker.
1-1 with a 3.32. This is his 20th appearance. He had a start. And a strike call. He struck out 18 and walked 10 in 21 2/3 innings. That's too many walks.
Yeah.
But that's about the only negative on his line. 1-1. There's a chopper to the right side. And House will take it himself, 1 down.
That's what you like. You're coming out of the pen, you get that first hitter, you get 1 out and start feeling a little more confident, feel a little better.
The Aggies are 2 outs away from going to 30-12 in 10-6 in the league. Texas would be dropping off to 11-5 in the league and 24-15. Aggies are ranked as high as 9th, and they're in the collegiate baseball poll at 14th. Texas is ranked in the collegiate baseball poll at their highest, 18. Marlowe has flied to right, struck out, and bounced out to second. Freeman gets it up there with a little juice, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
you can tell. There's not much difference. You can hear that glove popping from up here. Gets ahead, strike 1. You got that 6-0 lead. Last inning, come right at those hitters.
Fouled back. Jason, a Texan from Mansfield up north near Fort Worth and Arlington area. He was born actually in Arlington.
Yeah, right.
Both his
Close to the
parents were
ballpark.
Aggies.
Yeah, close to the ballpark out there.
No balls and 2 strikes. There's a little looper into left field. His inside out swing it. Marlowe gets a base hit, his first hit of the game.
Well, speaking of the ballpark, the year the Rangers are having already, Greg, up here in Texas.
What a start.
Yeah. I was having a conversation with David Murphy the other day when I was over there and talking to him about that Baylor club, and he doesn't remember something like that happened when he played.
Well,
he was a great hitter when he was there.
He was a very good hitter, but you're right. They weren't quite the same as they are this year. No balls and a strike, or I should say Silver is the hitter. There's a runner at first. A little bit low. They have a pinch. No, that's Silver.
Silver hitting, yeah.
There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So get himself a ground ball and get out of the inning, finish off the game.
Silver's 1 for 3. Struck out, singled in the 5th, and flied to center.
So you wonder why last inning while they went, this is what coaches think about in the dugout, Greg. They go, uh-oh, we got a reliever coming in. We can't let anything happen.
Well, base hit up the middle.
Yeah.
Silver with his 2nd hit.
Well, he's doing his job. He's getting the, throwing strikes, getting the ground balls.
Well, on 3 feet to the left, that's probably a double play because it was hit very hard. Jacob Feltz has singled in 3 tries. He's 1 for 3. Actually, biggest extra base hit we've had in the game is a double. We had a couple of those.
Yeah, Peyton leading off the game.
And then we had one by Naquin.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everything else has been a single.
Yeah, both times
well,
in the first
I'm
inning.
sorry, I missed one. Stein had one. Strike called.
Stein was at that home run. He just missed it.
Yes. His was off the top of the fence. No balls and a strike, of course. That misses outside. The Aggies aren't really in a classic double play position. The second baseman isn't quite as close to the bag as usual. They're in a get-outs position is what they're in. Martin is in the Aggie bullpen. There's a slash ball, passed into right field. Runner at second should hold at third, and he will. Tommy Harmon holds him there. The bases are loaded now.
3 quick hits, and look at Walker going, maybe I should have stayed in there. Well, he said Kyle Martin warming up in the bullpen.
Maitland is the hitter. He's 0 for 3. Bases loaded. This is the best chance Texas has had to score in the whole game, and they're waiting for the last chance in the game.
If you want to think about the Aggies, they really don't have a stopper. I mean, Martin's thrown. They only have 4 saves on the year as a team. Martin has 2 of them. Megden has the other 2, so they don't really have like where Texas has Corey Knable. Led the league last year.
Ball 1.
Got the ground balls, but they didn't find the players, Greg, that last couple of hitters. Found the holes.
Hit them too hard. And a pitch gets by, and the runner's coming to the plate. The throw is past the pitcher. 1 run scores. Everyone else moves up to second and third. Called that a passed ball.
That's not what you want to see.
We have not seen the best catching tonight from either team.
He breaks the shutout. See Rob Childress there.
So 1 run is in. The Longhorns are on the board. And Maitland could drive in 2 more. And they're waiting for Rob to come out.
Maybe making a move right now. Yeah, he's making the move to bring Kyle Martin in.
Well, Freeman gets 1 out, but then gives up 3 straight singles. And there's the pitch that got away as we have a pitching change.
What could be better than enjoying a big grilled hamburger, a bowl of delicious fresh fruit, or giving your beloved pet a healthy meal?
But do you know the foods you're serving to your family and pets right now could be contaminated?
Just last year, millions of people and pets were sickened. Hundreds of thousands were hospitalized, and thousands actually died from foodborne illnesses.
How do you know which food is unsafe to prepare, serve, and eat?
Are they in your pantry?
In your refrigerator?
Or your dog and cat's food dish?
Fact is, you, your family, and pets could be eating a contaminated food right now.
That's why the iDoggyBag Foundation has created the Nipper Alert.
The Nipper Alert sends you a tweet the minute a pet or people food has been recalled.
It's like the Amber Alert, only for food.
It's just that simple.
You can receive the Nipper Alert by following the iDoggyBag Foundation on Twitter, Facebook, and iDoggyBag.org.
I'm Sherry Belafonte, and I say eat healthy, eat safe, and be connected with the Nipper Alert. iDoggyBag. Do you?
That's Kyle Martin, as you can see, comes down from underneath.
6'7", 220 out of Austin, Texas. 5-3 this year. He's one that has 2 saves. So I guess he could be considered your stopper here for this ball club.
He pitched a lot.
Yeah, 37
last year.
strikeouts in 36 2/3 innings.
He appeared in 33 games last year, second most in Aggie history to Nick Fleece. Even so, he's been 26 already, so he's going to blast past that record. Even so, Rob Childress sure didn't want to have to use 3 pitchers in a game like this one.
No, you want to get out with the ninth because you wanted to save your guys. Remember, you got 2 more ball games. Kyle was drafted in high school, 39th round by the Washington Nationals, 2009, and you know that's the thing. You know, you got the ball club. You win in 6-0. You got 3 outs in the ninth. You bring Freeman in just to get some work, get out of there 1, 2, 3, and now you have to bring your closer here. What would they use Kyle for now to close it out?
Maitland is 0 for 3.
Coming in with a 2-0 count. Now it's 3-0.
That's actually charged to Freeman because it was already 2 balls, no strikes.
And you see why Rob stole there in the ninth up 6-0, Greg?
Yeah, but it didn't help. They didn't score him.
I know they didn't score him. You hope that run doesn't mean anything.
Lusson will hit for Etier.
Kevin, another Austin product.
And he takes a strike.
Lusson was drafted last year by Tampa Bay in the 45th round, but decided to come back his senior year here for the Longhorns.
Brother Kyle, a Longhorn too, during his career. Popped up foul, and it will stay in play. Out number 2 on the catch by Stein.
A little bit off speed, took a little bit off of that and had Lusson way out in front of the pitch.
Now Mark Payton strides to the dish with 2 outs. Longhorns are 1 out away from losing the first game of this 3-game series. Strike 1.
Kyle feels real comfortable out there, nice and smooth. See walking the dugout.
Swung through it, 0-2.
Yeah, there's that off-speed pitch. It looks like he's coming for the fastball. Real, guy 6'7", drops down. It looks like he's coming with a hard fastball. And he just takes a little off. Look at that changeup. Just turns it over like a little screwball. Goes down and away to the left-handed hitters.
One ball and 2 strikes.
It's hard for hitters to, after seeing that fastball, it's hard for hitters to lay off that changeup or swing through it.
Aggies looking to be the second team in the Big 12 to win 30 games or more overall and win their 10th conference game. Little looper, short left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. Coming in from second base is Feltz. From third base is Silver. And going into second base, Maitland on the base hit by Payton.
That was that same pitch. He just got up a little bit, and Payton did a nice job. Got it off the end of the bat, and he just looked. He came back with that screwball again down, but he just left it up just enough where Payton got it off the end of the bat. And you see, Reynolds couldn't catch it.
Colin Shaw will pinch hit for Texas. He's only had 28 at-bats, 4 hits.
Another Austin Westlake product.
Strike called.
Didn't think we'd see the tying run come to the plate, Greg, in the 9th inning here tonight.
I did not expect that. A little bit low. Yeah, let's see. Collins a freshman, and it's 7 home runs, a high school senior.
Yeah, 487, 7.
Got a little power.
Bombs.
Pitch is down. 2 balls and a strike.
Michael,
487 average.
Yeah.
Should be a pretty good hitter.
His first taste of Texas A&M game.
Just missed the elbow, just missed the strike zone. 3 balls and a strike.
Thinks he's getting squeezed out there. That's inside.
He had to reach pretty far for it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal here. If he gets on, Eric Weiss gets an at-bat. Ain't on yet. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
The runner's in motion.
The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. They're loaded for Weiss.
It's not the guy you wanted to see right here. You got the winning run coming to the plate.
At the least, we're going to have a conference here because Rod Childress is coming out.
He's got the lefty. I wonder if he'll leave Martin in. You got a left-handed hitter up.
Uriagas was up earlier.
Yeah. He was a left-hander, was up earlier.
And he's a lefty. He's been very good.
Yeah.
So if but we're not going to see him yet.
Yep. The Longhorns got the guy they wanted to play, Greg.
Not only that, if you use the old do theory, he is. Guy that's hitting 340, he's 0 for 4. He struck out twice, bounced out twice, but of course that was against Waka. A strike called. Martin has laid that one in there. Martin has a couple of walks in this inning and a single. The bases are loaded. Tying run is at first. There's a drive in the gap. That's going to score at least 2. Center fielder gets to it, Bronson, and that's what it's going to do. The tying run has reached third base, and the lead run is at second on a 2-out double by Eric Weiss.
There's that do theory. I mean,
yep.
And it just shows you how good a pitcher Waka is, just dominating these Texas hitters. And just in case, as we take a look at it again, just throws a fastball right down the heart of the plate and To a good hitter like Weiss, you saw what he did with it. Just drilled it into the right center field gap. If that got by, you would have had the tying run coming home. We'd have a 6-6 ball game.
It is a 1-1 game. The hitter is Jonathan Walsh.
Augie had a little conference with Jonathan.
And if we had anything but 2 outs, I would suspect something.
Yeah.
I don't really suspect, although look at this defense. Drag bunt to the right side.
There you go.
Whoa.
Let me see.
That first baseman, House, is very deep. Second baseman, Arthur, is very deep. Everybody in the Aggie lineup, or in the Longhorn lineup at some time this year has bunted. 1 ball and no strikes.
And little by little, you see Corey Knable just slowly throwing a little bit harder out there in the Longhorn bullpen, just in case.
Unorthodox play, but the defense is almost giving it to you. Strike, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Oh, Michael Walker's going, wait a minute, when I left here, went to the clubhouse, get some ice, I was winning 6-0.
Shaw's at third base. The runner at second base is Weiss. The count is 1-1. It's 6-5 Aggies. 5-run ninth for Texas. Fouled away, and the count is 1-2.
Putting the runs on the ball with small ball, not that 3-run jack, Greg, huh? Just base hits here and there, putting the ball in play.
Walsh is 0 for 3. He's bounced out, popped out twice, and hit a ball to the first baseman unassisted. It's 0 for 4. Chopper, right side, coming in for it is Arthur. The underhand flip to House, and this game belongs to the Aggies. Barely. Texas sends 10 men to the plate in the ninth. They score 5, but they leave 2, both in scoring position, and the Aggies hang on to win it 6-5.
Boy, hanging on is the right word. I don't think they were expecting this in the 9th inning. Good rally by the Longhorns, and they'll have give them some momentum going into the game tomorrow. See Michael Walker there. Here's the last pitch right here. Nice sinker down and away, and Walsh tried to pull the ball. See Scott Arthur come and make the play, and just a nice little flip over the House at first base. And look at Walker. Wow, breathes a sigh of relief.
He gets his 6th victory.
He's all hooked up there. Look at it. He's got the cold flow going to the elbow.
And the Aggies close out the series with Texas in College Station with a 6-5 win. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Frankie Edgar of the UFC. A lot of people think, just because I'm a fighter, that I'm different than most guys. That's not the case at all. I'm really just like any husband who likes to spend a nice afternoon with his wife at the zoo. Can you hold this for me, babe? Come on, baby. Calm down, relax. Take it easy. I think we're gonna need a lot bigger litter box.
If you love poker, check out ClubWPT.com from the World Poker Tour.
In 1990, in Severn, Maryland, the daughter of a clergyman was discovered by a music industry insider while pumping gas at a service station. The odds of her getting signed and spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of this former church choir singer going on to sell 40 million records? 1 in 15 million. The odds of the same woman winning 6 Grammy Awards and starring in 2 Broadway plays? 1 in 75 million. The odds of this musician and performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
A&M wins at 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 10. Texas 5 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. They left 8. And what this does, the standings, there are some games that are being played tonight that have not been completed, but just including these two teams. As you can see, it's getting tighter and tighter. Texas has a one-game edge on A&M for second place, and they're all looking up at Baylor. Well, we've got a guy who pitched a whale of a game, but had to hang on in the dugout watching his lead almost disappear. Michael Waka, this was an outstanding performance for you tonight. You looked like you had command of almost everything. Maybe that last inning when you started, you walked a couple, but before that, you were really strong tonight.
Yeah, everything was really working for me. You know, I had basically all 4 pitches, you know, throwing for a strike at any count. And basically going into the game, I knew I just had to throw strikes and let my defense play behind me.
How did it feel good, Michael, getting that early lead, 2 in the first, and then you got 3 more in the third to go up 5-0. Then you were able, like you said, you seemed to move the ball in and out and really kept those Longhorn hitters off balance for the most part of the game.
Yeah, our guys, you know, putting up runs early in the game. I mean, it only makes it easier on my job going out there. And I know these guys have been starting to get it going at the plate and starting to score a lot of runs for us. And you know, our job is just keep them from scoring and on base. So you know, just hopefully we can just keep on doing that for the rest of the series.
Big thing, you took advantage of mistakes. Texas is not noted for making very many, but they made a bunch of them tonight. Only 2 earned runs off their pitching, Thornhill and DeSherry. And then there were some pass balls, wild pitches, I guess they were called. And there were some little mistakes that you don't usually see Texas make, and your guys really took advantage.
Yeah, that was good to see. You know, we had guys, you know, putting the ball in play. And, you know, I mean, you'll always be amazed if you just put it in play instead of getting that strikeout. Just let that defense play behind, play out there for them. And, you know, we took advantage of it this game and hopefully for the rest of the series.
Well, your guys were flawless, no errors, and you guys held on to win it. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for giving us a good game to see.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Michael Waka has been our guest. He, of course, wins the game to go 6-0 and lowers that earned run average, which was already only 2.48 coming in, as the Aggies win the first game of the series, and they wrap up the series here against the University of Texas. They'll play again here sometime. We just don't know when, as the Aggies move into a different league next year. Plan to join us tomorrow on Fox College Sports Central at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific from Dish Falk Field in Austin for the second game of the Lone Star Showdown between the Aggies and Longhorns. For now, this is Greg Lucas for Jack Lazorko and our entire crew saying so long from College Station. Final score, Aggies 6, Longhorns 5 on Big 12 Baseball.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent, 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR, 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism.
Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Worried about the environment?
Everyone, please, don't panic!
There's plenty you can do to help.
Wow.
Don't litter.
Can't you throw imaginary food to your imaginary pet?
Reduce gas emissions.
Whoa, excuse me.
And protect our waters.
This is my first bath in decades.
I don't want to see that.
Join Keep America Beautiful and the Herd and practice environmental acts of niceness. You can make the world a greener place. Visit Keep America Beautiful at KAB.org to get involved.
Wicked Tuna, a new series, Sundays at 10 on the National Geographic Channel.
Due to the length of the previous program, we now join the following program already in progress on Fox College Sports.
A location somewhere in Phoenix and make that work for them.
And it would seem from the physical therapists I've talked to that getting that added degree has become more and more important as time has gone by.
Well, yes, and there was a change in the licensing requirements for physical therapists. At one point, they could practice on their own without a doctorate in physical therapy, but that law changed. This particular program is not to upgrade the skills of existing physical therapists, but to train them from scratch, and they'll have their doctorate of physical therapy and be able to practice on their own.
One of the undergraduate programs that has been getting a lot of buzz this year is the Bachelor of Business Administration. Why do you think that might be?
Well, it's a great program for any student who wants to either start their own business or to work for someone else in a business. Gives them the skills that they need, and we're very excited that fairly recently that program was accredited by the peers in the business community, and that really shows the quality of the program that we are delivering to students across the state.
Those of us at Inside NAU are really looking forward to telling the story about this, and we'll do so in our upcoming season. Thanks for being with us. Fred Hurst is the Senior Vice President for Extended Campuses here at Northern Arizona University.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll highlight a popular program for Arizona's tourism industry.
Where do you want me to look? Like, do you want me to look at the camera or off?
Why did I choose Northern Arizona University?
What's the question? Why NAU?
Lots of reasons.
I have to choose just one?
That was a fly. I chose NAU because of the small class size. My professors know me. They treat me like a person.
Just one thing. I came to NAU for the culture. There's so much to do.
NAU's affordable.
I know what my tuition will be for the next 4 years. I chose NAU because it's close to home, but not too close.
I can't choose. It has everything.
At Northern Arizona University, finding your way is a principle we believe in.
Sweet, all right, we're done.
Go Jacks.
I'm really gonna miss you.
My new apartment isn't that far away.
It's more than 2 miles away. Destroyed Razor Motorola is brilliant for you. When you Skype. This is GPS. Well, that makes me feel better.
I'll go get you from the back.
Okay.
This Mother's Day, get the Droid Razor by Motorola. Only $99.99. The lowest price ever. Verizon.
Seen the signs on the passers-by. Something's got to give. Can't be free, but it's good for me. But this good thing comes along, and I can't deny it too long. I need you to save me. I need you to set me free.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Welcome back to this Inside NAU special, where we're highlighting some of Northern Arizona University's extended campuses, which bring opportunities to people throughout the state. One program with more than a dozen years of success in the Valley is NAU's Hotel and Restaurant Management program. Inside NAU's Nicole Banal has more.
Thanks, Teresa. The Scottsdale Community College campus has amazing facilities for its HRM students, most who are working full-time in the hospitality industry while earning a 4-year degree. This hospitality administration class is called Corporate Finance for Hospitality Managers.